Hi everyone, we're back with another video. Today we're doing a deep pore facial and lashes. We're going to start with cleansing her skin. So every facial we always want to do 3 cleanses just to make sure the skin is nice and clean before we move on to analyzing the skin. This way we can really see any areas that needs extra attention, extractions, and all of those fun things. So I'm going in with our first cleanse here, just getting in really good, making sure we get all areas of her face and really working the product into her skin. Now we're going to remove, and now we're starting with our second cleanse. I sped it up a little bit here. As you can see, this cleanser looks like a little different texture. We're doing a vitamin C cleanser. Typically we'll do 2 cleanses with the same type of cleanser, and then we'll do another cleanse. Of course, we're using the same product line. You don't want to mix products. Key for great results. And we cleanse. Her skin is nice and clean. Now we're going to get ready to analyze her skin. So I'm just covering her eyes because we're going to use the magnifying lamp. The light is pretty bright. You always want to communicate with your clients when you're moving on to the next step, just so they know what's going on, of course. So now we're analyzing the skin. This way we can see what areas might need a little more exfoliation when we do the steam or even extractions. Now we're starting the steam. We're going to make sure it's positioned correct. You always want to check with your client to make sure they feel it over their full face. It's not too close and that it's comfortable for them. They should feel the steam over their full face, so you always want to confirm that. Now we're just applying our exfoliating mask. I like to apply it with a brush. It depends on the client, however. So I will apply it with a brush, and then I will work the mask into her skin to give her a deeper exfoliation to really make sure we get any dead skin cells or any areas that her pores might be congested. You always want to take your time applying the product to make sure you get all areas and a full coverage of the product on the client's face. It's also a little more soothing when you apply it with a brush, so I just love doing it this way sometimes. And now I'm working the product into her skin, giving her a nice deep exfoliation facial massage and exfoliating massage with the steam. You really want to take your time and make sure you get a really good exfoliation with the steam, especially because it will make it easier for extractions. And now we're going to go on to a nice hot towel to remove all the product from her skin to make sure her skin is nice and clean for extractions. So now you see I'm just going ahead and cleaning off all the product with the hot towel. Super relaxing. You always want to take your time with this part, especially to make sure you remove all the product from the client's skin before you begin extractions. And now we're diving right into extractions. So I like to start with the nose or around the nose, as it is one of the most sensitive areas. I'm going to show you guys what I got out. And as you can see, we got a little bit of whiteheads, a little bit of congestion in her pores out of there. So we're going to keep going on, make sure we get anything that should not be in her skin out of her skin. The key is results. So here you can see we got some more whiteheads out of her skin. Wanted to share with you guys. And now we're going to go on to putting the serum and then a nice hydrogelly mask. I love to do the serums before the mask, of course, because this mask really creates a vacuum seal to push all those great products we previously put on her skin deeper into her skin. So now you see me preparing the hydrogelly mask here. I just wanted to show you guys how I prepare it. Well, usually how it's done in general. You'll always put the powder and add 1 full cup of water. You always want to give the client the option to put it over their eyes and their lips or around. It's totally up to your client. Now we're going to go ahead and start mixing the mask in. So now we're just going to mix, make sure it's a really nice consistency. It's not too liquidy and it's perfect texture before you start applying it on her skin. Mix until it's perfect. All right, now we're going to apply the mask. So I really like to take my time with this part. I see a lot of people applying this mask and they are just like putting it on there so fast. And you know, sometimes I feel like I take a little too long with this part, but hey, to each its own. I really like to take my time and make sure that it's applied evenly, correctly over their full face, especially if we're going over the eyes or over the lips. I just want to make sure it's neat as possible and applied nice so I have an easy, clean removal when it's time for me to remove the mask, especially because we're doing facial and lashes. We're going to leave this mask on her skin for a little longer than normally you would if they're just doing a facial service. So with that being said, I'm going ahead and making sure it's nice and neatly, applied evenly all over her skin to get all areas of her skin to give her a nice deep hydration. She wanted it over her lips, which is perfect. I highly recommend. So yep, we're putting it over her lips now. I like to cover the lips or the eyes last and get everywhere on the face first, just because most of the time it's a little more comfortable for the client. And if this way, if they want to communicate with you or maybe check their phone or do anything before the mask goes over the lips, they have the time to. Great. So here's my application of the hydro jelly mask. So now you can see we're placing on the eye pads. We're getting ready to start her eyelash extensions. We're going to do a nice short medium volume set. So I'm showing you guys how I make my volume fans with our nice volume lash trays. Super easy, and our tweezers is just the best. It makes this so seamless when it comes to creating handmade fans. As you can see, they're coming out so perfect. It's just really a breeze. I love the products that we have, and yes, we have products available for purchase. I highly recommend having great products to make your job easier. If you don't have amazing products, of course it just takes a little longer, but you can still get the job done. However, you always want to give your clients the best. So that's exactly what we're doing today and in this video. And I'm showing you guys, okay, that it's just a breeze. Look at that. Look at those fans. Beautiful, beautiful volume fans. So now I'm just applying and checking. As I apply, you always want to check, make sure there's no stickies. And as you can see, again, we're applying the volume lashes. You can see it's coming along really fast because we have great products. Okay, and now we are all done. Look at that beautiful, beautiful volume set. Taking off the iPads, getting ready to take off the mask. I love to lift around the edges of the mask just to make sure it's a nice smooth removal when it's time to remove the mask. So now we're removing the mask. 1, 2, 3, boom. Beautiful. I like to show the clients how the masks look, and of course you want to show them their beautiful results and a fan, of course. Now I'm just moisturizing her skin, putting sunscreen, and the final steps. And we're all done. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, follow, and subscribe for more.